Catch!
Get ready for a surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker!
It's a wonderful night, gotta take it from here. It's a wonderful night, it's a wonderful night, gotta take it from me. It's a wonderful night, it's a wonderful night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special channel announcement here on the Full Circle Radio Network. I'm your producer, head honcho, chief cook and bottle washer here, Joseph J. Alexander. Thanks for joining. Everyone that has been around, you know me. New subscribers, hi, nice to meet you. This may be your first time actually seeing me if you have found me from various live streams I've appeared on in recent memory. So, I promised a special announcement for the channel, and it's some good news, so no needs to worry. First and foremost, we have seen a bump in subscribers in the last couple of weeks, and for that, I sincerely want to thank all of you. I know we are light years away from having a silver plaque hanging behind me somewhere, but I appreciate every single one of you that clicks a like, clicks the subscribe, is here, no matter what the content you're here for. Whether you're here for the wrestling content on White Heat, whether you're here for the movie content with Wildcard Cinema and Cinematic Jackass, whether you came and found me based on my episodes of Catharsis, either dealing with major overlying issues or with local issues. Even if you found me through Brass Tacks, where I just done some, basic analysis of some YouTube stuff, which I hope to get back to in the near future. But we are expanding a little bit here on the old FCR. I ended up undertaking a new project in the past few weeks. Basically, I had an inkling of an idea, and it kind of spawned on an episode of Wildcard Cinema where we were talking about different cuts of movies and everything, and I am drawing a blank right now, but I said I would really like to see a fan edit of such and such a thing being done right. And my co-hosts there, Mark and Greg, kind of said, well, why don't you do it? And I said, there's a lot that goes into that. Well, I got to thinking, and whatever project that was did not happen yet. But I really got to thinking maybe I should try hunkering down and do something. So I had some plans for an outing to see a Broadway show that got kiboshed last week. Big to do, everything's fine. Tickets got rescheduled for next month, so still happening. But in the lead up to that, I was really thinking of something because I realized no one had done this. So the special announcement here on the channel, one of the special announcements, is I have completed my first fan edit ever. And some of you may enjoy it. Some of you may not be your bag, but we do what we do, and anyone that knows me knows that this was definitely a labor of love. Because my first fan edit is... boom! This is the definitive combined efforts of the Rocky Horror Picture Show with the 1983 album that recorded the Audience Participation. I thought that somewhere, someone must have synced this up. And to my surprise, no one ever had. So, I took the digitally remastered, anniversary edition in 1080p. I took the highest audio quality I could find of the Audience Participation CD. And it wasn't a one-to-one match because that was done along in front of a 35mm cut of the film. So that took a lot. So it took me a few days to get this edited together, and it was a major labor of love. And because it's a labor of love, I am giving it to you. I am not putting it behind a paywall. I'm not starting a Patreon yet. I'm not asking for a payment of any sort. So, if you want to view this, you have two options. You can go right over to the Internet Archive, which will be linked below. It's our new Internet Archive channel because the old one got locked. Or you can also view it on our channel over on Odysee. Or if you're on Odysee right now, hey, you're here, so you know it's right there. But it is the full-length theatrical cut. It does not have the songs that were taken out that were, deleted scenes, but it is the full-length theatrical cut with the audience participation synced to it as best as possible. There's a couple little audio snafus here and there, but it's still fully enjoyable. It's great for people who are unaware of the amount that goes into the audience participation, and it's great for people who may be ever going to a midnight show or going to see it on Broadway like I am, to bone up and remember a bunch of the stuff that goes into it. You want to be able to join in on the catharsis, the Pavlovian response of being able to yell stuff at the actors or yell stuff at the screen, because Rocky Horror is it's an institution. Like, it's one of my top 3 musicals of all time. I've been in stage productions of it. I love it to death. So I just want to share this with y'all. I think you'll enjoy it. I hope you'll enjoy it. Some feedback would be really appreciated. One other note. While we're on the little bit of downtime, while we're planning the next episode of Cinematic Jackass, and while we are boning up for the season 4 premiere of Wildcard Cinema, and while I'm still hopping and bopping, doing White Heat when I can, and doing guest spots over with the Last Call podcast and with PWD and anywhere else where I may be, there's another project that I'm going to put forth, and that will be found when it's done on our Internet Archive channel. Basically, it's going to be a little retro. It's going to be a little Gen X / millennial coded. But I used to dabble a little bit in DJing. Nothing big, but I used to really enjoy making mixtapes. For lack of a better term. So what I am going to be doing, and I'm going to, it's nothing of mine. It's no original work of mine, but I know that people always come to me for mashups, for suggestions of mashup DJs to listen to and what's some really good stuff. So I have a very, very vast collection. So I'm going to start putting together mashup mixtapes that you will be able to access on the Internet Archive in full MP3 form with a WMA playlist attached to it, so you can open up the audio player there, or you can download it to your device. So it's just a little something extra to give back. I'm not putting that behind a paywall either. It's why should I get paid for other people's hard work? All I ask is that you go and seek out those artists. They'll all be listed. Credit will go to all the creators, because they've given me hours upon hours of joy, and it's just something I want to pass on. I'm in a giving mood. Spring is sprung. The weather's getting warmer. Things are feeling nicer. But yeah, so that's the two big takeaways that we're putting out here. And like I said, I'm not setting up a Patreon, any of that anytime soon. If you do want to support the channel in any way, there's two things you can do. One is you can visit our partner, W Energy and Hydration. I'll even make it easy for you and put a little QR code right there on your screen. They're a great company. They've been partnered with us for a couple of years now. It's not a full paid sponsorship. It's just a partnership. So if you go and purchase anything from them, it helps us out a little bit. Because, I mean, editing software and streaming software and everything comes out of my pocket. I'm not making a dime, like, off of sponsorships yet. I've got partner programs. So go over to w.gg, click on that code, or go to w.gg. There's a link down below. Peruse around. You can get a full monthly tub of something. You can get a sampler pack. They've got shakers. They've got merch. And just use the code Full Circle Radio at checkout, and you'll get 10% off your order. And that's every order, not just your first one. You don't have to break the bank. If you buy one tub, you're not going to get stuck into some monthly subscription service. Nothing like that. But they're a good company. I use them myself, as you can see. Like, I would never promote something that I don't use / believe in, and I'm a fan. It saves me a whole lot of money from buying stuff and from the convenience store and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of other companies that are similar, and these guys are kind of a smaller company, but I really like their stuff. So yeah, go get some Dubby and help out your boys over here at the Full Circle Radio Network. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for the announcement. You can find the links for the audience participation combined cut on the Internet Archive and Odysee down below. You can find the link for the the QR code and the link for the Dubby. We are finalizing what we will be watching for the next episode of Cinematic Jackass. Myself, Mark, and Greg are probably going to be joined from my good friend Phil Marks over from the Phil Marks Out channel. And we're going to have some fun with that. And then come mid to end of May, we'll get kicked off with season 4 of Wildcard Cinema. White Heat will come on to do it. And like I said, maybe you'll see some catharsis or some brass tacks coming down the line in the near future. Because you never know. I sometimes just click record and start going. But yeah, as always, Titus is here to tell you to like and subscribe. Because he's a good boy. Yes, he is. And that's all I got. So, share with your friends. Once again, thank you for everything. So happy that you're here on this ride with us. I'm JJ Alexander. I'm out of here.
How'd you do, man? See, you've met, man. Baseball, hand in hand. A broad dime, nigga. When you knocked, got you with a candy man.
Na na, half of my heart is in Havana. Na na, he took me back to East Atlanta. Na na na.